Hi friends. If you click to check out a few more looks using the Pat McGrath Divine Rose Mothership 7 eyeshadow palette, then please keep on watching. Hi, my name is Alicia. If it's your first time here, thank you so much for clicking on my video. Kinky Sweat stands for my kinky hair and sweat life. I am a fitness professional who loves things all movement and beauty. If you want to check out what I do in between the makeup, to head over to my Instagram. Very much impromptu get ready with me, as many of you asked that I create more looks using Divine Rose, and many of you have recently purchased it from the latest restock. So because of that, people were like, Alicia, create more looks. I'm like, okay, I have looks on my original review video. If you want to hop over there to see product details, swatches, and just more in-depth thoughts about the palette, I'll leave that link above and down below. I also did a video combining Divine Rose with Ritualistic Rose, one of her holiday quads. If you want to see that video, I'll link it up above and down below. I'm just going to get ready today using Divine Rose and maybe use different combination of shadows that I might have not already. Doing two different eyes. I have the MAC Soft Paint, and yes, if you're wondering where this glow is coming from, I applied the Natasha Denona Diamond and Blush palette in Citrus, and I didn't even put on the diamond powder yet, so this is like not even it. You go. With that said, let's come in a little closer. I first want to go in with Rose Dusk. Rose Dusk can also be found in Sublime Mothership 2. And with that, take my Sonagy crease number 2. And this texture, although not a shimmer, it is satin. And I find that you can be successful in maneuvering this throughout the crease. You can treat it very much like a matte. If you like to go in with a matte first on your crease, this is a beautiful shade to apply all over your lid, and it's a one and done deal when it comes to this shade. And as I like to do, I'll pull it out slightly so I could create that V point. It does have a sheen to it, but it has a beautiful color to it as well. So that is Rose Dusk all over the crease and some of the lid. Now what you can do, you could apply, what is this, Extreme Mahogany on the outer corner to deepen it, or you could go in with Veloria to further refine and blur the edges here. I'm going to go in with, what is this called, Extreme Mahogany, and see how that does with my reference number 1. I like to tap down the shade first and then bring it up. Now at the time of filming this video, I am still waiting for my Viseart Paris Edit palette, which I will come back on here and compare. So I wanted to do this first because, again, many of you are expecting Divine Rose, and if you need a little more inspiration, more from what I already provided in my review and Ritualistic Rose video, that hopefully this will help. So I think this is a great way to add a little more depth if you want more from Rose Dusk, or you could just leave Rose Dusk on its own. And I take the tip of the brush with circular motions and pull Extreme Mahogany more in towards the crease. And I take a fluffy brush. This is my Wayne Goss number 3 from his Anniversary 2 set, just because this is a touch more fluffier than Sonia's Crease 2, just so I could further blur the edges of Rose Dusk. Now, what do we want to apply on the lid? You know what? I'm going to go in with Iridescent Pink 003. My apologies for the construction going on. Again, Iridescent Pink with my Isum W23. I'm gonna pull that across the lid. And it's not so much that it's dazzly, shiny, sparkly. It just has a really strong pink flip to it that adds a beautiful glow to wherever you apply it. And I'm carving out with the brush right under my crease so it could look a little more precise. Oh, look who it is. It's my Wayne Goss number 4, who is very dirty. Oh, I'm so sorry. Getting in a little more Rose Dusk with that brush to pull it in deeper towards the inner part of my socket line. I'm gonna fluff that out further as well, stamping that on the inner part of the eye. So it's serving as an inner corner highlight, as well as adding a little more sparkle to the iridescent pink shade. And I'm wrapping it around as well to pull it under the lower lash line. And I think those shades just work beautifully together. Taking Rose Dusk with my number bow under the lash line. I like a hazy lower lash line, so if you do not, definitely use a smaller brush to keep that shadow blend tighter, closer to the lash line. Extreme Mahogany with my reference number, I believe is my number 13. It's the smallest blending brush they have in their lineup. I'm taking that on the outer portion of my lower lash line, connecting it here to the top, and I'm wrapping it around so that could look like a seamless transition from lower to upper lash line, and also to refine the shape of this point. All right, that eye is done. What are we gonna do on this eye though? We could go cooler. We could go in with, I think this is called, yes, Love Lace, which is the beautiful lavender metallic in here, or even the bronze, the sable bronze. These shades are just magnificent. Yeah, if you want to go cooler, then I will definitely go in with Veloria first, but I dipped that look already. I feel I wanted to do something else. Let's do a sable bronze, but apply it as a matte to show you how smooth it is. With that said, I'm taking my Sonia G Jumbo Blender. I know by this time it'll already be after the fact, but I believe Sonia said that these will be available individually soon. I mean, the whole Sky Eye set is beautifully phenomenal and just gorgeously designed. But this is one of my favorite brushes from the set because it's a packer but a blender at the same time. And we're taking the sable bronze shade not only on the majority of the lid, but also on the crease as well. But you see how much glide that has? It's so pretty. I love it so much. And if you want a little more fluff from this shade, then grab a fluffy brush, take some sable bronze on it. This is my Wayne Goss number 3 again from the Anniversary 2 set. And start to whip it around and pull it out further from your crease line. And it moves still just so beautifully, and it still looks diffused and very smooth. I think this is a nice route to take if you don't want to keep using the two mattes in here exclusively, right? If you're sick of wearing Veloria first or applying Extreme Mahogany first, you could go in with Sable Bronze and this just be your whole eye look, right? It's so smoky. It's a cooler bronze. So if you prefer that tone, I think you will love Sable Bronze. If you want, however, you could go in with Veloria, the lavender matte in here, and just carefully whisk it on the very edges of Sable Bronze. So it's going to create a little more smoke, but I think it's such a nice transition from bronze to lavender. With my reference number 13 again, Sable Bronze now on the lower lash line, taking it in and out, covering the whole line of it. Definitely going in with Love Lace. This is my Hakuhodo J242, and I'm stamping that on the inner part of my lid, excuse me, hello, but keeping it rather tight under the crease and maybe 3/4 of the lid. If you want as well, you could take the same brush, wipe it, and go in with Extreme Mahogany and stamp it along the lash line if you want to smoke your lash line. You could bring it up as high as you want. You could keep it in as tight as you want. If you want to go in with a brown liner first to have more of a sketch outlined and then you go over it with Extreme Mahogany, you could do that as well. But I just wanted to add a little more smoke to the overall look. And for the inner corner, definitely taking, I believe this is VR Rose. Yes, VR Rose Venus, this sickening duochrome shade with the same brush now on the inner part of this eye. The glow is just amazing, amazing. And I'm pulling it under the innermost part of my lower lash line as well. Astral Solstice is one of the shades that people encounter in Pat's big palettes and they're like, they hate it because it's too flaky and too dry. This is what you gotta do, friends. First of all, you don't need a lot. You just gotta tap and release because you just need the tiniest amount and then it just sticks on there beautifully. If you want to go ham, I would then apply a glitter glue first to ensure that the majority of the particles stay on the lid. But if you just want a little sparkle, then you just tap lightly and there you go. You could put it under your lash line, in a corner exclusively. If you want more of a bright inner corner, then take your pinky and press it on there and you're done. And it's so shiny incredibly shiny. To add a little bit of powwow on the brow bone, taking Skin Show Nude Glow. Here, right here. Right under the arch. You don't need a lot of the shade. It packs a punch. You could also do Iridescent Pink 003 if you want that opalescent pink effect on the brow bone highlight. Alright friends, let's apply some mascara and I'll be right back. Here's a close-up of both eyes, friends, and you have a look on the lids. You could definitely take a closer look at the Astral Solstice shade, layered on refined gold. And here we use the Viseart Rose Venus prominently for the inner corner highlight on this eye. And I just have my L'Oreal Lash Paradise mascara, waterproof in blackest black. And here's a wide shot of the look. I have Charlotte Tilbury's Lip Cheat in Iconic Nude, topped with Natasha Denona's I Need a Nude in Noah, and with Natasha Denona's Lip Euphoria in, I believe, the shade Duochrome Coral. Duochrome Coral over Noah gives the lips a nice juicy look. And I thought I'll come on here and show you how I apply the diamond powder. I showed this on the Diamond and Blush Palette Duo demo that I did, but I like to use a sponge and I pinch it so I just get the smallest amount of diamond powder because a little goes a long way, and I tap it right where I want it, which is the highest point of my cheekbone. Yeah, and it just gives a beautiful shining glow. If you want to put it lower, I mean, that's totally up to you. But I feel the moisture from the sponge allows the pigments from the diamond powder to adhere better to the skin, and the shine is amazing. So there it is, friends. If you wanted to take a look on how I use this palette in different ways, how I combine the shadows in different ways, this is one of my favorite Pat McGrath palettes, and I know I have to redo a ranking video, so hang tight for that. A lot of other palettes to consider. Definitely there'll be some changes on the list. Hopefully this video helped with some Divine Rose inspo, and until then, that is a wrap. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope this video helped, and if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and maybe consider subscribing to my channel. And until then, I'll see you on here again with another review, tutorial, revisit to an old eyeshadow palette, get ready with me, or Friday night chit chats. Take care, and I'll see you again soon.